the official word from the front of the stage. You guys in the back, zip it. The way we do these things is we reserve 2 hours at the beginning of the night from 5:30 to 7:30, and that's all social, and that's all good, and that's all you guys getting to know each other. And now, it's 7:30, and what we do is we turn the evening over to the stage, and we cease flapping our lips. I'm watching somebody right now as I say that. So hey, guys in the back there yapping. Let's watch this. Hi, Anu and Manuel.
It's pretty funny,
Miles.
Miles. It's getting wild.
Join us up front.
It's getting wild here. He's trying to control the crowd. All right.
Okay.
Special announcement here.
So, again, you guys, thanks for coming out. This is towards the end of the year, and SF New Tech things kind of get a little crazy. We have a great rundown of companies that are working on some awesome things that they're going to show you tonight. All good, all good. So big thanks for coming out. I know you might have had other things that you might want to do tonight, so the fact that you chose to be here with us is greatly appreciated. Couple of just quick little road rules for the night. If you haven't already talked to our friends from Aquaria in the back, I urge you to do so. Not only will you get introduced to a cool new photo app, and you're going to see them on stage, they're going to give you a drink just for signing up for their app. So if you're thirsty and curious, those are the people you want to talk to about that. I want to thank our other sponsors, and then I'm going to get out of the way, okay, guys? Big thanks to our friends at B-Tracks. B-Tracks in the house. These guys are the glue. They keep it all together. Greg is manning our stream, and that's your cue. You know, invite other people to join us. We're streaming this live right now at sfnewtech.com. And as you see behind us, we have our tweet wall. If you're tweeting tonight, the hashtag is SFNT. Go ahead, tweet out that people can join us. They just have to go to sfnewtech.com, and maybe we can get our viewership up a little bit. So big thanks to B-Tracks for handling that detail. Good stuff. Thanks to CalInnovates.org. Thanks to LeClaire Ryan, great law firm, good lawyers over there. Call Eric, tell him you know me. Myler Media, that's my firm. And Outlook.com, Microsoft's answer to Gmail. Big thanks to them. And thanks to Aquaria for holding up the back room over there. So it's not my job to steal the stage or talk shit or do nothing, but let's get this show going. You guys are here to see some cool demos, and hopefully we can deliver on that. So first up, Nadav, where are you, my friend? Okay, so Nadav has the unique setup. He's going to be running his iPad off of his laptop. And Desi just launched the beta last week. And we are thrilled that they're here to show us. You guys are probably one of the first real audiences to see what they're doing. And I'm going to apologize ahead of time that the projector setup sucks. I said it. And it works 90% of the time, and the 10% of the time that it doesn't work, it really blows.
Unplug and replug.
Yeah, try that. Who's here for the very first time tonight? Well, welcome, guys. Thanks for coming down. That's awesome. And the rest of you guys are old-timers, huh?
Okay.
Look at that. All right, so what do you say? You ready to roll?
Ready to roll?
Let's hear about Desti.
So, good evening, everyone. We are Desti. And what Desti is your smartest travel guide ever. And when I say it's smart, I really mean two things. It's smart because it understands you. Whatever you want to do in the context of travel, you can ask it in natural language. It will understand it just like a concierge or a travel agent understood. It's also smart because it applies the same natural language understanding capabilities to the content that's out there, to everything that's on the web, talking about hotels, activities, attractions, so on and so forth. It reads them for you, understands them for you, so it can immediately match whatever you asked against whatever is out there. It's just like having a person figuring out these things for you and giving you good answers. Desti is an SRI spin-out, so this is literally using post-Siri technology. We just don't just mean this as an aphorism. And let me just show you how it works. So this is the iPad app hooked up, but it's my iPad down here. And let's show this in the context of a trip I actually want to take with my wife. Yes, I am married. Half the audience just headed for the door. And my wife's a big fan of Pinot, so I can start with a good Pinot winery in Napa. So Desti has to take this sentence, understand what I'm talking about. So the top of the screen, you can see it's looking in Napa valleys for wineries with good Pinot. And Desti has lots of places, but the idea is that the first ones you get are the best matches. So let's just look at the first one here. And if in the middle of the screen, you can see a box telling me about my perspective, why I should care about this. It's because Domaine Chandon makes sparkling and still wines, Pinot, and so on and so forth. Okay, it's actually a Pinot winery. You can see that Desti has quite a bit of information about this, images from different sources, Foursquare tips, maps, contact details, and links to different resources, the place's own website, TripAdvisor, Wikipedia, you name it. So you know what? I'm actually going to go there. I'll make a collection, kind of like a bucket list of, call it Napa trip, and just add it to my collection. Now, if I'm going there, nice, but we'll probably want to visit some other places too. So how about show me more, show me more wineries around. So I can just continue the conversation in context, and what Desti is doing now is showing me more wineries near Domaine Chandon. And let's look at the first one here. Robert Sinsky, 2 miles away. The next one is 5 miles away, so I have a little exclamation point, a little further off. Let's look at this first one here. They also do Pinot. Desti learned that I like Pinot. Rating is good. There's some discounts. Let's just add it to my trip. If I'm going to two wineries, I'm probably going to be a little drunk and tipsy, and I'll need a place to stay. So, romantic B&B in the area. Let's see what Desti comes up with. So again, the conversation continues in context. Desti knows where I am. Romantic B&B near this vineyard here. Let's see what it's offering me. So for instance, this one here, the Candlelight Inn. Why does it think it's romantic? It says so right there. Spacious rooms feature jacuzzi tubs and crackling fireplaces. Desti is a semantic search engine. It understands what romantic means. It tries to figure out what some of these places are. The next one, Napa Valley B&B Stahleker, award-winning, has been named the best B&B for a honeymoon. So, honeymoon, romantic, got it. Let's just suggest this one. So I'll just add it to my collection very quickly. And if we're going there, we might as well have dinner somewhere, right? So Italian restaurant. Sorry. So you get it. Let's look at this one. It's a mile away. Nice Foursquare tips. I can just use it. Now, what I just did in a matter of minutes was build an entire trip plan, and that trip plan is captured in this collection. Unless I make it private, it is also shared with my Facebook friends. You can see here trips. All of my Facebook friends are also users of Desti, including Kimberly, who you've seen in the audience, and this is one of her recent trips. Carmel day trip, so I guess she went to Carmel in Monterey. So very quick, very easy, understands you, figures out stuff for you. Try it. It's an open beta on the App Store for your iPad, and our first version is targeted at you guys in the audience at the Bay Area. So I guess that's in the end of the demo, and I have time for questions.
Very nice.
Thank you. And if there are some people in the audience who want to ask questions, the first two questions actually get a T-shirt. So yeah, I see a question down here.
I've got a question already.
You're asking? Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, over here. I was just curious, are you crew rating the content or is that produced by some AI?
So the content is obtained by indexing the web, some of it through API, some of it by crawling. And in cases where Desti figures out that specific points are very interesting and the descriptions are not good enough, then we actually have descriptions written for us. But 99% of it is search engine work. It's automatic. More questions? Yes.
Are you integrated with an open table, or can you make reservations directly from your app?
So in this first version, you can make hotel reservations. You can click Book Hotel and work with our partner. In the future, that will be our business model and will be integrated to various service aggregators who are able to serve bookings for accommodations, for activities, attractions, and so on. And you get a T-shirt.
Where do the Desti ratings come from?
That's a good question. Though. Where did it come from? Who was asking? So again, the basic precept with Desti is to teach it by example, how people understand things. And one of the types of examples is we show it ratings by experts for various types of places. And it learns those ratings, it looks at those places, information, text, reviews, whatever. And then it uses that learning and applies it to all of the other places in the database and creates its own rating. So you can think of Desti as an expert. It is literally machine learning, supervised training. That's the type of technology that is used. And the more ratings it sees, the better it is at determining its own rating. And you get a T-shirt. Any more questions?
How much is the app in the App Store?
How much is the app? It's free. It's a search app. The business model is based on affiliation, basically. So we're never going to charge for it. Yes, there was another question behind. Yes.
Hi. Do you plan to launch it in Android as an application for mobile phone also?
So the answer is yes, but the first platform we picked is the iPad, first of all, because we believe tablets are really the best form factor for planning trips. This is something you want to be doing on the sofa rather than in front of a desk or in front of a very small screen. Eventually, you'll see us coming out with a smartphone application. It's a different use case, really, mostly what you'll be using when you're at destinations and essentially asking Desti, okay, what do I do next? And with regards to platforms, we'll go where the business is. So on tablets, obviously, the iPad is the place to be right now. On smartphones, this is yet to be determined.
Nadav, your location is just now in Northern California?
Yeah, we just launched our open beta here in Northern California. And the idea with the open beta is we really packed content. It's not just about the top 20 tourist attractions in a given place. It's really trying to know everything there is to know about San Francisco, Napa Valley, Monterey Bay, Lake Tahoe, such that it becomes very interesting for all of us, for you guys in the audience, such that you can use it to plan your day trips, your weekend trips, not just once or twice a year. We really want to see users coming in every week to plan their trips, to express their desires. Yes? Yeah?
Are you planning to partner with Yelp or TripIt?
TripIt is a touchy question. Maybe. I would probably partner with WorldMate first. Yelp information probably will use their API eventually too. Yeah. It's a search engine. You will see, ultimately, you'll see for every point of interest in the system, you'll see everything that was ever published about it. Not just places like TripIt Yelp and TripAdvisor and these types of indexes, but articles that were published on Travel and Leisure, or Condé Nast, or The Chronicle. The idea is that if you have a place in mind, if we found you that place, or if you knew the name and you're doing your own research, we will try to dig up everything that was written about this place in the context that is of interest to you. If it's a romantic place you're looking for, you'll find everything that mentions it in that context. If you're looking for a good place to kayak or a good place to fish or a good place to ski, we'll find you what was written about the place in that context. Any more questions?
I think we're out of time, but
Thank you.
you're
Thank
here
you
for-
all. The app is in the App Store. Get it on your iPads. We'd really love to get your feedback.
Hey, are you hiring?
Oh, yeah, it's one last thing. We are indeed hiring a cross person, a little bit of a content specialist, a little bit of a social media marketer. And if you're interested, Kimberly and me are here. You'll find us by our Dusty t-shirts, and we'd love to talk to you. Thank you.
Awesome. Dusty, nice work. Thank you. Good stuff. All right, let's fix this so it doesn't knock you. Dial up. So next up we have Aquaria, who hopefully you met in the back and maybe even got a free cocktail from. Does that offer still stand?
Yeah, we still got a lot of tickets left, so I want to do a little presentation. And when you guys sign up, you're going to get a free beer ticket.
All right. Do you want a wireless instead of that one?
I will. Thank you.
Okay, hit it.
Let's see. Okay, how's it going, guys? Thank you, SF New Tech, for hosting. This is an amazing event. I come here often. And for those of you who are here all the time, good to see you again. And for your first-time comers, please come often. All right, so I guess I already lost 20 seconds. Let's get this started. Here we go. Aquaria, where photos come alive. Ray Wrong, that's me. All right, so we are a photo sharing application. And let's talk about the common dilemmas with sharing photos these days. Most photos are taken up on your space on your hard drive. They're not online, they're not shared. They're on your camera, on your phone cameras. Well, multiple people, if you go on the event, like let's say a trip, like a family vacation or graduation or wedding, a lot of people take the same pictures of the same event, but you can't have a place where you can collect those photos. When old photos on Facebook, like when people used to make albums, I don't know if you guys still do, but this used to be more common. You used to make albums of your things, but they get buried down, way down in your timeline, because this was before timeline even started. And there's no specific place for you to put photos that are meant to be shared privately among your friends and family. So this is solutions which Aquaria aims to bring to you. One, Photoluck. It's a potluck party for photos. So where you can have multiple participants all upload into one photo album. Nostalgia. You have to start building nostalgia somewhere, and this is a platform where you can start collecting that. Reconnect. It's a place where you can stay in touch and reconnect with old friends, maybe someone you went to study abroad in Europe when you were in undergrad and you haven't talked to them in a while. A memoria, and it's a compilation of your life's highlight reel. It's memories like when you were in school, when you had your first child, when he first walked, etc., etc. Okay, slow photo experience. So I don't know if you guys are aware of the slow food experience that's been talked about these days, but fast photo concept is what we're using right now, where we take a picture and we immediately upload it on our Instagram. That's why it's called Instagram. It's instant. And then you do this multiple times a day, and then it just keeps going down, down, down. So we want to do something called slow photo concept, where photos are shared based on the quality, and it's something that you actually go back to. And actually, the more time this photo has had sitting on your album, the more it's actually worth. Like 5 years later, you go back and look at this, and that photo is worth more than just looking at it one time and letting it go. So here's a tutorial video. We just had a great get-together with old. You guys should be able to hear it. Hold on. Let's see. Please work. Friends, and a lot of pictures were taken. Unfortunately, they're all scattered in everyone's cameras. With Aquaria, when you create an album, you can invite your friends to collaboratively build an event album and share seamlessly with your Facebook friends. As the event album fills up with shots from every angle and points of view, you and your friends are able to relive each moment again. Aside from the typical social interactions, favoriting and commenting, Aquaria users can send a recommendation to multiple participants. Recommendations work like a tag, but can also draw topics of conversation among the users that were gathered to view the memorable photo. A new photo taken with an old friend, coworker, maybe even a teacher or coach can bring back old photos as if you just picked up your high school yearbook. It's like you travel back in time. With its shared quality, an Aquaria event album belongs to everyone who participated in an event. When one person posts a comment, everyone can become engaged. Whose photo album do you look at most often on Facebook? Usually your own. So when the album becomes ours, everyone will be actively driving conversations. It brings memories in that album to life because more people are involved in the album. Because of this, an Aquaria event album makes that recorded part of your life truly timeless and is able to be brought back to life easily and more often. Perfect for life events such as graduations, weddings, and family vacations. When an old event album is brought back to life, it may even inspire reunion to create another new adventure. Let's get... All right, I'll skip to that because I got 10 seconds. So it's a web application, HTML5, so you don't actually go to your app store to buy it. You just go on aquaria.com on your web browser, and from any device, mobile or tablet or PC, Mac, etc. And here are some of the user interfaces on the iPhone, and also the iPad. So, for example, this is from when I played tennis in college. So I have some team members, doubles, singles, whatnot. And this is from one of our coworkers, her friend's wedding album. And multiple people participated in creating this album. So yeah, there you have it. Thank you very much.
Right on. Thank you.
Questions?
All right, I'm in the back. Of course, someone in the front row is going to raise their hand right about now.
Do you provide any Flickr integration or integration with other photo services so I can take the feeds that I already have and make an album from that?
Okay, so we actually do have a Facebook Connect, and you're able to actually use the API on Facebook to import from your Facebook. So you can import your Facebook albums from, let's say, 4 years ago, or instantly that you just uploaded. And for example, let's say what I said earlier about like studying abroad in college, right? You have friends on Facebook, maybe let's say 10 friends that you went to Italy with. And you can go back to Facebook, upload those pictures that you had, and you invite your friends, and they can then upload their pictures that they have on their Facebook or PC, whatever, right? And then you can create one album that's like the ultimate trip album, and you can all share that together. All right? Anyone else? That was a good question. Thank you very much.
It's free? Is it free?
Oh, yeah, it is. It's free. It's absolutely free.
And so what's the revenue model?
Revenue model, don't worry about that. We are very well founded, and we have other, like we're not looking for VCs here. We're looking for people to participate and start using. I'm here for user acquisition, which means we impress people up there, so don't worry about that.
So if we invest all our time in putting our photo albums up on Aquaria, we don't have to worry about them going away?
Absolutely not.
Okay. I've heard that before. How about this? Are you able to export all your data out one day?
Right now, we don't have a function like that. You only push it in. You don't actually pull it out. But we are working on maybe doing something like actually, because it's stored on cloud, and you access it, right? And we don't have like a download option. So we're working on that. We're going to see like what our users like. We're taking in feedbacks, and we're acting on them. So, yeah.
Right on. Okay.
So do you have any agenda or strategy for implementing facial recognition?
Facial recognition. Why would you need that?
Search capabilities, metadata.
Well, here's the thing. Here's what's different about Aquaria versus a lot of social photo sharing. Aquaria is for closed services where you went to a trip with your family, your close friends, you know who's who. But I see what you mean when you have to actually tag people, right? We don't have a tag function. People in the album who you share with, you already know who's who. Or I should hope at least, right? And that's the way it is. And everybody's a participant. Let's say maybe there's 7 people participating in each album, and everybody knows who is who in those 7 people. So yeah, it's not a social scene where you make new friends, but it's more like reconnecting with your old friends. So yeah.
This is interesting. They don't have a.
So what's your
revenue
answer
model.
to
I like this.
HTML5 being the right technology for you?
It's going great. You guys, in the back, we do actually have a live demo where we actually have our iPad connected. So go find it and check it out. And a lot of developers do find our HTML5 to run very fast. So, yep.
Yeah, we've seen some.
Anything
demos
else?
in HTML5
Anybody
that
back
work
here?
quick, so it's pretty good.
So I work in business development, and I think that you and Nadav should get together because obviously if you're planning a trip, you're going to take photos, and it might make sense to work together.
All right. Okay, thank you for the suggestion.
That's a great.
Think
one.
about it.
That's a great one.
Okay, so we're at final countdown. Now that I'm up here, somebody raise your hand up here. Let's do it that way. I'll put somebody on the spot. Nope. Well, let's give Aquaria a big round of applause. Nice work.
Find us for a free drink. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Good job. Excellent. All right. So one thing I failed to mention earlier, or maybe I did quietly, if you're thirsty, did you know we have a bar on the side room waiting for you? Yes, we do. Hit it. And also, you may have noticed there's an elaborate camera setup in there. The good folks at Lenovo are seeking your insights onto one of their products. So if you want to participate in that, you can do so in there as well. And this is going to go to B. Oh, you did. Oh, good. And up next is Livefire, as we do the remote control shuffle. That was B, right? Yeah. Let's try again. Let's try another one. So, yeah, we have 4 VGA. Oh, that's C. That's why. Three, two, one. Yay. All right. Great. So Jenna Langer is going to tell us all about Livefire.
Cool. Hi, everyone. My name is Jenna, and I run our customer experience group at Livefire, which means I get to build cool stuff with all of our fun customers. So I think at this point, we all know that social is something important that all brands, media, publishers, entertainment companies need to be aware of and need to be working with. And while a lot of them, they come to us and they're like, all right, we know we need to be doing social, and we're out here on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, they don't really know what they're doing, and they're pushing all their communities outward. And what we're really trying to do is take all of that conversation that's happening already about their content, about their brand, and bring it back to their website where users can interact, engage, and build the community on the site. So you might know us in the past as a comment system. We're used on sites across the web, Engadget, Fox Sports, Sports Illustrated, Time.com. And it's really about bringing real-time conversation to your site and letting people interact there. What we're here to show you today more is StreamHub, which is our engagement management system, where comments was really just the place to start. People are talking about your brand, about your content, and we want people to be able to do that in real time, and not just through comments, but we want editors to really easily spin up live blogs, live chats, comments, custom applications, mobile apps, really easily so people can engage on their site and they're not necessarily pushing everything out to other networks. So here what you were seeing is tweets streaming in, particularly about Thanksgiving. So here we could have a piece of content that could be like on BlogHer, one of our customers, wanting people to share their Thanksgiving memories. And this was something that we could spin up in just a matter of seconds. And we're seeing these are Instagram posts and tweets coming in all about Thanksgiving, right? People sharing, it's that fast photos he was talking about. But people love to talk about food. So how can we capture that and really seed the conversation? So here you can see, I can post a comment, and yes, the marshmallows really did catch on fire one time at Thanksgiving. But I can easily bring my friends to this content. So I can type a name and, mention my friend Mark, who was there, and post this comment to then share it directly with him. So while we're letting people interact in real time on the sites, we're also bringing the rest of the content from the social web, making it really easy for people to curate. So the idea here, I'm going to jump over to our admin panel that shows how easy it is for any editor, community manager to spin up a stream of curated content that's happening about any topic across the web. So here we are, and right now we're looking at tweets about where people are talking about turkey, but maybe we want to drill in a little more. We can actually zoom in to any location on the map and say, I want to pull in tweets that are happening in San Francisco, so within maybe a 1 mile radius of my house even, where people are talking about Thanksgiving. And in a minute, we just add this rule and we have the tweets start streaming in. So now people can produce content in real time, and the community members can come here, interact, and have that experience where they're staying on your site even longer. To show you some more examples of that, our screen's a little big here, but here's other real-time streams. So on Thursday, when half the people are in the kitchen and the other half are watching football, here we can have this two-screen experience where we're watching the football game and seeing what people are saying about the Raiders, about the Cowboys, about the NFL. As everything's streaming in real time, we see the images unfolding. People can actually play videos right here in line as well, so everyone's staying on your website. So this is great for publishers, media companies who are producing content and wanting the story to really revolve around them and have the community come to their site, or even brands where the people that are drinking Bud Light are into football. So how can we bring them more to your site to engage in that conversation? To show a couple other examples of our customers, Time.com did a live blog where their editors, who are already live tweeting the event, they can go in a matter of minutes. Now we're pulling in tweets from all of their editors, so we can actually see what people are saying about the election in real time. Or we have TechCrunch here, who used us for the Apple event, where they were able to customize it with their look and feel, post photos and everything, again in real time, people staying on their site. Or Showtime, who has an experience of tweets happening about Dexter. This is also streaming directly into their iPad app. We're working with a lot of other television media companies who are building these experiences into native applications, custom visualizations, really harnessing the social web and our real-time streams to build these experiences that are really sticky and make people want to come to your site to enjoy and engage in that content.
All right. Nice work, Jana. So a quick question. So as a site owner, how would somebody like me or just a small-time publisher integrate quickly with you guys? How does that work?
Yeah, so we have thousands of bloggers that are using our free product, which is the comments, which you can really just go to WordPress, install the plugin, or we have a really easy sign up on our site. And for our enterprise customers, we assign an account manager, a strategist, an engineer, and we work directly with you to build out whatever custom experiences you guys are looking for. So we have really quick integrations that are simple out of the box. We work with really large media companies as well that need very custom solutions to fit in with their architecture and everything, and we work directly with them to prepare a plan and get them live with all these different types of experiences for users to interact with.
So you mentioned Bud Light and football. So we built an app called Bud Light Sports Fan that is really a second screen experience. And do you provide an API for all of this data? Because I think it would be a great idea to integrate.
Yeah, so we work with a number of different partners and publishers. So like right now I'm working with another television company, and I'm really excited for this app to come out where we built a custom experience really showing what people are talking about and trending at this time. And that was a collaboration between the media company and 2 other partners as well. So we work directly with them to make sure the API fits their needs, and so we can turn out experiences that are really unique.
Is it an open API that anybody can just sign up for and start following a topic or following events?
Not at the moment, but that's definitely a direction that we're heading, and interested in talking more.
So you have a site called Bud Light Sports Fan?
We're a company called Quarter. We build second screen experiences. We've worked with TBS to launch an app for TBS Social Dugout for the playoffs, and then Bud Light Sports Fan for following football. It's an iPad and iOS app.
So the irony is just crazy. Okay, cool. We'll give you another 10 seconds off of that. So hands up for Livefire. Are you guys hiring any community managers?
We're hiring everything. So we have been growing very rapidly. I started as the 3rd employee about 2.5 years ago, and we're at 55 now.
Wow.
I was just gone, and 7 people started in a matter of 2 weeks that I was gone, trying to meet everyone still. A couple of them are right out there. But we're hiring, obviously, engineers. So anyone, we have a couple people come talk to all of us, community managers, social strategists, account managers. We are looking for the top of everything right now. So come join us. It's a lot of fun.
Can you talk quickly about your pricing models, like how that works, like how you sell it?
Yeah, so we have a free product that is still very well supported as far as our community members go, and that's more about the Livefire network across lots of different blogs. And then our pricing model is a licensing fee. That's a yearly fee, and then we have a setup depending on how custom the work is. So we really do it in a model where we don't want your success to mean that you have to pay more, because we both want us to be successful. So we approach everything a lot more like a partnership, where myself, I work closely with our companies to make sure that they're meeting their goals, and because of that, they're not getting charged more money, but paying on a yearly basis.
So speak a little bit to the client service side of it all. Do you have to hold hands a lot in this process?
What?
Do you have to hold hands with your customers/clients to get them to a success level that they're happy with? Or?
There's a big variety of clients that we work with, and I think some of them get it right away, and it's where we're actually collaborating together, like having active brainstorms, whiteboarding sessions to come up with these creative ideas. I think what's really unique about our product too is that we work with engineering teams, we work with community managers and moderators, and we also work with editorial teams. So we really built our product in a way to make it easy for every single one of them to integrate. It's my job to take the technology, technical conversation that can be hard to comprehend, and bring that to the business people and the product people as well, and show how that creates an end user experience. But we make sure that everyone sort of has a counterpart across the way, so we're all successful together and building towards a project that's launches and people can enjoy.
Good answer. And we are out of time. Livefire. So Michael's going to use your computer. All right, moving right along. Next up is Michael Siegel. He's the CEO of W Healthy Solutions, or do you say Wealthy Solutions?
Wealthy Solutions.
Wealthy Solutions, capital H. Might have to scroll a little bit to We could screw with the resolution, but then that's people start leaving.
Actually, I cannot start without going to the left tab. So yeah, so maybe I'll just use this.
You want to try something?
Can we increase the resolution really quickly?
Jenna, I'm going to screw with your preferences, okay? Somebody sing a song.
Okay.
A little better?
A little bit more. That's okay.
Okay. All right, let's do it. So, Wealthy Solutions, Michael Siegel.
Hi, everyone. So, in terms of the mission that Wealthy Solution has, what we have as our mission is to help people live healthier lives and fight chronic illnesses by offering them nutritional guidance. So what I want to start with is I want to ask you to think about the person you really care and love. And now ask yourself the following question. Would you intentionally serve this person poison for breakfast, lunch, dinner? Well, I believe that the resounding answer is probably no. I heard some people giggle here. I cannot see anyone. But now ask yourself the question, what if unintentionally you're doing exactly that? And that was kind of a question I had to ask myself about a year ago when my daughter Lee, who is sitting here in the audience, started asking me whenever we would go to a supermarket to read the labels and explain to her if it's healthy for her. So what I realized are two things at the time. One thing is that this is really not a scalable process to read each and every label. And second thing, I realized how little I actually know about all these products. So what you see here is a typical list for breakfast that we used to have. And you see several items here. Let's take a look at each one of them a little bit more in detail. So this specific strawberry yogurt here is ranked as 5%. So definitely not a very healthy option. And what you see here is the recommendation is to avoid it. And you see all the nutritional information and the reasons why to avoid it in terms of calories, saturated fat, carbohydrates. You see some nutritional indices that explain more in detail. And most importantly, what you see is the alternative choices that are much healthier. So what I'm going to do next is select one such alternative choice. So this is a healthy yogurt, and I'm going to create now a new list. And add this product to the list to replace the other product. Going back to the original list, let's now take a look at these Fruit Loops. That was my daughter's favorite. And what we realize is that it's ranked as 25% out of 100, definitely not a healthy product. And if we look here at the key reasons as to why it's not healthy, is because it has some ingredients that are actually very hazardous and can cause tumors and other disease. So the idea here is let's replace this one with a healthy alternative. What we can see here is that this is actually tastes pretty good, but it's definitely much healthier. I'm going to add it to the healthy breakfast list. So without continuing going through this process, what you can see is that with baby steps, you can really change your health habits. Now, next, what is happening is I'm going to the supermarket, and I have either my iPhone or Android, and the application is both available on iPhone, Android, and the web. And now I actually scan a product. So I scan it up front, and I'm going to add this product to the healthy breakfast list. Let me add it first to the breakfast list. And it is going to be updated here in real time once I refresh it. So this product that I've just added is this Kashi TLC, which is a healthy product at 79%. So whenever I'm in the supermarket, instead of looking at the labels, I now can scan each label and immediately see if the product is healthy or not. That's all I have. Thank you.
Michael, I'm going to ask real quick, how are you aggregating all this data? Where are you getting all these SKUs from?
So right now we are getting the data by crawling the web and collecting it from the different manufacturer sites.
My question would be that sometimes my mom and I disagree about what is healthy and what is not healthy. She's on a low-carb diet, and I am on a low-fat diet. How do you determine what is healthy?
So the first release that you see now, this is the traditional way of determining what is healthy. We use a combination of USDA recommendations and Harvard Healthy Plate. In the next release, which is going to be beginning of December, what we are going to introduce are special considerations and special conditions. And first, we are going to make the release available for chronic conditions such as type 1 diabetes, type 2 diabetes, weight management, and others. In the future, we are going to add more granular considerations, such as the one that you mentioned, people with gluten intolerance and other conditions. And eventually, the vision is to enable people to customize their preferences and receive recommendations based on their preferences. Yes.
Hi. Hi. Can you export the list to any device?
Yes, the list can actually be exported right now via email and synchronized with the application that is running on the smartphones. What other devices did you have in mind? Yeah, so via email, essentially, it's accessible to anyone, and definitely smart devices if someone is running the application itself.
Over here.
Yes.
This is very cool, but I've seen a very similar application called Fujicate. So just wondering, how do you see yourselves differentiated from Fujicate?
In terms of differentiation with Fujicate, Fujicate is offering similar functionality. We have certain functionality that is different. One functionality that is different has to do with what we call generic products. So what we have done is, except for the commercial products that are available out there, we integrated the USDA database, which has 7,000 items that are not specifically branded items, but generic items. And this specific database includes also all the nutrient information in those items. So this is one thing that really differentiates us. And the other thing that differentiates us is the fact that we have the integration with the entire shopping list and the flexibility to sort the shopping list and share it with other people.
Have you had any backlash from like Kellogg's or Quaker or other brands that you've ranked as not healthy?
Not yet. We just launched. However, I think it's an interesting debate, and the application Fujicate that was mentioned before, it has been in the market for longer than us, and they also didn't encounter any challenges. So I guess it's right now there's just hard evidence to substantiate those algorithms, and there are actually many other algorithms in the market out there. Weight Watchers are using something similar. There's a company called Nuval, which actually displays on the labels in supermarkets some information. So I guess the model itself of creating an algorithm and using it just to provide information to the community is a valid one.
If I were you, I would set aside some money for getting sued.
Sorry?
I would set a war chest aside for getting sued because the states have been trying to change labels for quite a while, and all the conglomerates have sued them just to stall it, not expecting to win. So what is your revenue model?
So in terms of the revenue model, we are going to monetize the data that we are going to collect about user behavior. Our vision is to enable users to make healthy choices anywhere, anytime. And what I mean by that is that we are also going to expand the application into the dining area, and we are going to create affiliate programs and Yelp-like model for revenue in that specific area. Yes?
Can we scan any label in the market, or just only some specific labels can be scanned?
So right now, what we have in the next release is 160,000 items that will be in our database. It's not all-inclusive. However, if you add the generic items, you effectively can find anything that you want with very, very good accuracy because the 7,000 USDA generic database covers essentially almost everything that is available in the market out there, but it's not branded. So it's pretty comprehensive, but definitely you can find items that are not available in our database. Any more questions? Thank you, and please try the application.
Right on, Mike. Good stuff. Thank you so much. And getting sued by Kellogg's is actually a win for you, I think, on the PR front.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so while Steven is plugging in with Wheels, let me make a couple of quick announcements. We have a couple of great events coming up. Hopefully we'll see you at. The next one is next week, next Tuesday. We're doing a special happy hour with our friends from Gree, who are leaders in the mobile gaming space. And the reason they tapped us for happy hour is because they are on a hiring binge, and it's a recruiting effort on their behalf. So they're looking to get people drunk and then get them jobs in the hottest sector of technology right now. So go figure. You'll find all that info on how to join up on that one on our website, sfnewtech.com. That'll be a good one. And that one's taking place down at Harlot, which is 46 minutes, so it's right downtown. Easy. Easy peasy. And then following that, it hasn't been announced yet, but our next demo event is on the 5th of December. And that one is going to take a slight departure, a slight turn from our current MO. And what we're going to do is we're roping in a bunch of crazy mad scientists, inventors, to come up and show some of the things that they've been working on. So we're not going to see web products. What we're going to see is brain-controlled helicopters, remote-controlled helicopters that are controlled by brain waves. We're going to see activity monitor devices that clip onto your lapel that work via Wi-Fi, and private satellites that you control. Stuff like that. So it's going to be really cool. I'm looking forward to that one. So keep your ears peeled for that announcement. And then we're going to close out the year on the 11th with our holiday party, which is always a good time. Let down your hair, tie on your dancing shoes. You know, we're not going to have demos. We're just going to get together and have a good old time with your peers, you know, folks that like technology. That, too, is going to take place at Harlot, and we'll be dancing and having fun. And it's also a fundraiser. We'll be raising money for a couple of good causes through globalgiving.org. And in the past, we've helped support an orphanage in Haiti. That happened on the cusp of the hurricane back there a few years ago.
Right.
And we've continued to help this orphanage, which is a great thing to do. So join us for our holiday party. All that info is on sfnewtech.com. Look at this. Find a car. Ready to roll? Wheels?
Yeah, I think we're good.
Okay, cool. So Steve McCurry is going to tell us all about Wheels, and these guys have been in and out of the news lately this week, so this is pretty exciting.
Yeah, thanks, Miles. Hey, everybody. Happy Movember. Cool. So Wheels, I'm a product manager at Wheels. Wheels is a car-sharing community. So we match owners who want to earn money from their car when they're not using it to drivers who are looking for personal transportation. And I'm going to demonstrate some of the products. Some of the products harder to demonstrate because we actually design and manufacture hardware that we install in all our owners' cars. And essentially, we turn people's cars into Zip cars. So I'm going to book a reservation. I'm going to do all this on my iPhone app. So I'm going to search San Francisco for available cars in the next hour or so. So I can see the cars available in the area. I'm going to select this cool-looking BMW, and I'm able to make a reservation on this car instantly. So when I confirm this, I'm done, I have a reservation, and I have a car waiting for me in the next hour or so. So how does this work in terms of getting into the car? Well, we send all our drivers a drive card, but also in the application, I can actually open and close the car directly from my iPhone. So this is a keyless service. You don't need the key to get in the car. The hardware that's on board the car will allow me to open and close the car. If I can't find the car, I can honk the horn on the car. And that's a useful feature that I've used when I've tried to find my reservation. So that's really the core functionality of the app. The search function, the reservations that you have, and controlling the reservation and the car. So if this reservation was within 15 minutes, my reservation, this page would change, and I would see details about the car, where the car is. It would help me locate the car, and obviously it has functions to allow me to get into the car and drive away. So really frictionless service. We also send out drive cards, which are cards that you can press against the windshield of the car, and also does the opening of the car. So there's multiple ways to get in the car if you don't have an iPhone or Android app, for example. And then just talking about the hardware briefly, we design and build the hardware, and we install that into our owners' cars. We have an onboarding process where as an owner, you can sign up on our website. We'll reach out to you, and we will organize for an install of our hardware into your car. And it's all free. We don't charge for that, and we don't charge drivers to sign up to the service. So it's all completely free to join. Go to wheels.com, sign up, and start making reservations. Sorry, a little bit short, Miles.
Wow, I've got a ton of questions, if you guys don't mind. Can we talk quickly about liability? I mean, I get nervous when my wife drives my car. So,
So Wheels provides an insurance policy that covers you and the driver during the reservation. So that's how we handle it. It's a $1 million liability insurance.
The hardware that you installed, does it bypass any of the default security features that some cars have?
No, it doesn't impact it does not impact the security of the car. We have to take different approaches depending on the type of car as to how we install the car, but none of those approaches impact the security of the car.
How does someone how do you verify that someone really does have a license?
So we make, we have a service provider, so we call out when you sign up, you have to give us your driver's license number, ID, and we verify that real time with a service provider.
So it's the actual hardware that you have to plug into your car. That's something that Wheels provides at no cost to the car owner, or is there a lease,
Correct.
or how does that work?
There's zero cost to the owner or the driver.
Is there a standard for a type of car? Does the car have to be in a particular shape? Does it have to be a BMW, or can it be a Honda?
We're not biased on make or model, but we do have some restrictions in terms of the age of the vehicle. I don't know the exact numbers; it's pretty high, but mileage and age, we do have some restrictions. We also put the cars that we onboard through a safety check, so obviously the vehicle needs to be running and not have any serious issues.
I have a couple of questions. Once somebody gets in the car, I understand how you can interface with the power door locks. How do you actually get them to start the car? Like in a Lexus, you have to have.
Mhm.
Are you talking about leaving a key in the car?
The keys are in the glove box.
And the glove box is unlocked.
Correct. Yeah.
Which
So
means anybody who knows that your car has that sticker in the window can smash the glass, get into the car, start the car, and drive it. Right?
Sure. I mean, you know, people.
I mean, it becomes public knowledge that the key to the car is in the car.
People can smash a window and you know.
But they
steal
can't
a
start the
stereo.
car if they don't have a key, and you're saying the key is in the car.
Sure. Yeah.
So that's a big. You also does your insurance cover collision or just liability?
It's full coverage. Full coverage.
So if they damage the car, not only is it somebody else's property, but if they damage my car, they cover repairs to my car, deductible, everything.
So if your car is on our network and gets
Right.
damaged, it will be repaired.
Through your insurance company, not through my insurance.
Right, and we handle that, and you know, we'll go as far as dealing with the insurance company and making sure that that damage is repaired.
But I'm saying through your insurance company. I don't make a claim to my insurance company.
Correct. Yeah.
And then I guess forgot my last question. Anyway, drivers. How do you know that the driver doesn't have like multiple tickets and is a really bad risk?
Yeah, so you know, trust in this product is extremely important, and you know, we're taking steps to obviously verify people. So we're verifying driver's license, etc., up front, but we're not. There's much more that we can and need to do. So everybody is Facebook connected. They have their driver's license verified, but there's still much more that we can do to build trust in the network, and that's definitely an area of focus for the product, you know, over the next 6 to 12 months, building that identity within our community and building the verifications and the checks and, you know, who is this person? That's definitely an area of focus for us.
Do you set the price for the hourly price, or do the drivers?
We suggest a price and the owner can change the price if they choose.
You do motorcycles too?
No motorcycles so far, no. We have our hardware down here, actually. I can show people if they're interested, but it's a box that we install. It sits in the glove box. It's hidden away, and it connects up to the onboard computer in the car.
If this is only based in San Francisco.
So the service started on the Stanford campus, and initially we were campus-based. Around 2 weeks ago, as Miles was saying, we got a lot of press in San Francisco. We've done a big launch in the city, so we've moved from the campus to the urban environment, and currently we're in San Francisco, LA, Berkeley, Stanford campus, UCLA, and we have plans to go much bigger next year.
Are you thinking to have partnership with other travel agencies?
Potentially, yes. Yeah, open to discussions.
I know we're out of time here, but are you anticipating any regulatory hurdles like what we're seeing going on with Uber and Lyft?
No, I mean we're playing in a different space to Lyft and Uber. You know, we're all in the collaborative consumption space together, but we don't have the same issues that they're facing. Obviously, the issues that we're facing are the things that have been mentioned tonight around liability and insurance and who fixes the car. And we think we do a good job of serving our owners and our customers and making sure that everybody is happy with the service and being part of the network.
All right.
We're hiring as well. Ruby engineers. I'm hiring a UX designer. So contact me.
Talk to Steven. All
Thanks,
right.
Miles.
Wheels, everybody. Good job.
Thank you. Stole your power there. Thanks, Miles.
You bet. Keep us posted. Who's signing up their car? Anybody? Okay, so next up is Tracker. And Pierre Loic is the CEO. And we'll just switch you over to B.
All right, cool.
And hey, it worked.
Excellent.
Wow, look at that.
All right. Right. Hi, everyone. I'm Pierre from Tracker. Tracker is a new kind of a search engine. It's a search engine that finds people in the same way that Google finds web pages. In other words, you enter a keyword, and we're going to tell you who are the people that have built trust and expertise around that specific topic area that you define yourself through your keywords. If you're asking yourself about applications for these type of things, you, as entrepreneurs, marketers, startup owners, you might have been in a situation where you found yourself struggling to grow your user base. Anyone? Anyone? Okay. See a couple of hands. All right. Maybe you also found yourself having trouble, getting as much press coverage as you wish you had. Again, I feel guilty of this. Okay. Another hand. Well, you guys are doing good. So these are typically problems that we can help with. I'll actually give you a specific example of what I'm talking about here. Steven from Wheels just presented his company. Really cool concept, really cool space. I'm passionate about it. So let's just try to run a search here on car sharing services. And you see that we surface results, and as I'm entering keywords, Tracker goes and further defines my search. I'm not going to do this whole thing live, but basically the way it works, and I'll show you the end results after we cook this whole thing. What you end up with is a list of keywords that dynamically define your segment. And what you find is a list of people that whenever they're talking about this very topic, they tend to get more recognition, more authority from the community that is reading, trusting what they have to say about it. So what we do is we surface that data and make it very accessible for a marketer or an entrepreneur to go in and really look into what Ryan has to say here around car sharing. And you can read his stuff. You can look at his profile. You can look where he's publishing. So he's on TechCrunch, but he also contributes to like a bunch of different publications here. And so what we're offering is really a way for brands, agencies, startups to get in front of the right people and engage them in a very meaningful way. And the really good thing about the individuals that surface in a Tracker search is that you don't have to convince them that what you're working on is important, because they know that's their beat too. So all you got to do is to make sure that you have the right story to share with them and build a relationship. So once you found the right folks that you want to interact with, we also help you figure out when they talk about your brand with a Z. Sorry about this. We'll redo this. And see real time when they're actually talking about what you're discussing. So you understand that this is sort of like a filter on the web by people, where we surface the right type of people and the right type of content, meaningful in the context that you're interested in. Now, if I'm looking at a lighter topic on this, we run a search on Thanksgiving recipes, found a bunch of people, and we're looking at trending topics. This could be also brands. So here we see that pumpkin is a really big deal when it comes to Thanksgiving, but as the dates get closer, people start talking about stuffing more. So it's sort of a share of voice report. All of this series of analytics are here to help you inform a process that, as a communication professional, you really want to have the data power your communication strategy. Get in front of the right people, get them to engage with the community and their audience, because they've built this level of trust within their community in order to be able to share your message and discuss your product. So this is Tracker in a nutshell. We work with branch, large or small, agencies, large or small. We've been around for a couple of years. We're kind of new to San Francisco and the Bay Area. A company was started in Cambridge. And this is it. Happy to take questions.
Thank you. Okay.
So let's say I want to have the CEO of my company be number one, obviously, in your search. How would I search optimize an individual for your engine?
So I'm sorry, ask the question again.
So say I want to, we have a very significant individual at my company who is a thought leadership in a specific industry.
Yeah.
And I'm driving the marketing and I want this individual to be contacted all the time for specific events or whatnot. How would I actually optimize that individual to rank the top of your search?
The great and bad thing about Tracker is that you don't start with someone's name. So you can't search people. What you can search are topics. The result is a set of people. So if you know your topic, say for example that you have an expert in-house on cloud computing and I don't know what else, other topic that you combine with it. You can search that topic and your search in Tracker is going to keep on refreshing and you'll see that this expert inside your company, if he does the right thing and becomes an authority in that space, just walk up the ranks in a Tracker search. What you can't do is to use Tracker to promote him. So we're sort of like the anti-cloud from this standpoint. So it's a true search engine. So there's no real way to game it in a sense that we find people where they publish on the web, not because they signed up on Tracker.
So there's no way to gain influence, but how do you assert the authority? Is it only linkbacks? Is it only organic search results tied to a specific topic, or?
So at the super high level, what we do is very much to follow the model that Google built for web pages, which is to look at nodes in the community and everyone pointing to these nodes. For Google, the node is a web page. For us, it's a person, and the votes or props for that person are going to change based on the platform that we're looking at, and we're very agnostic in ways of what we're looking at. So for blogs and online publication, we look at linkbacks, we'll look at retweets, we're going to look at favorites, at subscribers. I mean, like anything that points us to the right person in the right context. Context is everything for us.
So if I am hearing you correctly, it sounds like maybe your differentiator between, say, clout or cred would be that you don't necessarily assign a number to their importance, but it sounds like you're kind of measuring similar things, like how many retweets or...
Right. So the major difference, you're right, that you don't have a Tracker score. You don't have a Tracker score outside of a context, very much in the same way that when you run a search, Google doesn't tell you what your page rank, because outside of context, it has no meaning. We do track a lot of the same data, but what we track on top of this is that we always start with context. So for us, what's interesting to us is that if you have built expertise or authority around a specific topic, is when you publish around this topic, what's the community reaction or endorsement on this? And maybe very different than on something else. I talk a lot about social influence, and I'm one of the guys that talks about it and has some street cred, not nearly as much as I wish, but I'm passionate about basketball, and no one really cares about what I have to say there.
Gotcha. Thanks.
This is pretty new space to me, but how do you distinguish between someone with an opinion and someone who is actually authoritative in a space or expertise?
But that's a great question. And my answer will be very much the same as Winston Churchill about democracy, which is that the way we do it is the worst system possible except for everything else. So in other words, we're not trying to infer expertise. So it's not because you have a PhD or that because you've published white papers on something that we'll assume that you're an expert on authority. We'll look at the points in the community that when you talk about this, you are getting more traction than the next guy. And that's a very, very democratic system in some ways. It's not necessarily super accurate, but there's really nothing else. Like we never take into account, for example, your LinkedIn bio and your self-description about whether or not you think you're an expert on something. We'll be looking at what other people are saying about you. So in other words, to build expertise in Tracker or authority, you need to walk the talk. If you get enough people who are also influential in that space to look up to you as one of the guys, we'll assume that you're one of the guys.
And did you talk about pricing at all?
I did not. I thought I could escape that.
Time's up. Yeah, you're off.
Right.
No.
So it's a B2B search engine. So for us, it's pay for play, and so we have, like I said, clients that will start with a few $100 a month for a subscription and up to large quantities of money for our largest clients. But it's basically, as you use the tool more, you pay more. But it's B2B only right now. For those of you in the audience who are trying to give it a shot, just send a request to our website at tracker.com and mention SFNT, SF New Tech, and we'll do like a demo and like a one search for free that we'll do the top 10 for you guys.
It's a good deal. Maybe
It's a good deal.
two searches. Give them two.
2 searches.
Yeah.
Hey, we don't do free trials for anyone, so this is really exceptional. You guys should take this deal.
Right on. Okay, Tracker.
All right, thanks, guys.
Okay, so we've got one more demo, but let me tell you how the rest of the night is going to roll out. After Sydney talks about Might, we are going to do two things. Our 60-second spots. If those who haven't been here before, it's kind of neat. Those who have been here, you know, maybe people stick around for it. It's my favorite part of the night. You never know what people are going to say. But it's your opportunity to grab this microphone and make a quick announcement. So if you're launching something, if you're running an event, not yet, Peter. Later, dude. I know Peter's like ready to grab the mic and go. Yeah, Peter knows how this works. Yeah, so the way it goes, if we get 5 of you all up here to do that, we'll publish the results of what you had said online tomorrow. So after you make your announcement, you head over to my laptop here, you plug your info into a form, and then we'll publish it. Only if we get 5. That makes it worth my time to put it up there. And then, while that's happening, simultaneously, you know, we'll do this first, actually. We're going to do a little People's Choice vote tonight on who you thought was, you know, impressed you the most. I know we're talking about apples and oranges with regard to the types of demos we've seen tonight, but let's give somebody a little something to go home with tonight, a little prize, a little slap on the back that they were the People's Choice. So the vote is going to be mobile, and I'll put up an SMS number on the screen that you can actually quickly access the poll via SMS or online on your phones. So we'll do the vote, and while the vote's going on, we'll do the 60-second spots, and then we'll show the results of the vote afterwards. And then after that is the official kind of close of this part of the night, and then we'll open that bar in the back up, and hopefully you'll hang out for at least a little while. And then that's it. How does that sound to y'all? Good? Yeah. Cool. All right. So, Sydney, what are we doing? We don't see anything there?
Yep.
Not yet. Maybe no. Everything works well when you test it, and then when you go live, it goes to hell.
Really?
Oh, look at that.
Right, that's fantastic. Great.
Cool. So, Sydney, what's Might?
Yep, it's a 4S. It's not a 5, so you can maybe... Is that fine? Okay. So, hi, everybody. I'm Sid, creator and manager of Might. So, Might is a social application to find very social places for social people. So, here is it. So, the login part is very easy. You connect with Facebook, and that's the only thing you basically have to do. Now, as you can see on your profile here, on my profile here, my picture, my name, and my friends are automatically synchronized. So those are a bunch of my friends. And one of the main features of the application is the geolocalization, the map. So here we are in San Francisco. So you can make a search. I would search for a bar and dining. The application takes 4 types of places. It's bar and dining, clubs, free and public, and private places. So I'll look for a bar and dining around and make a search. Here you go. Voila, for instance, the beauty bar. I don't know if you've ever been there. It's pretty fun. When you click on it, every place has a special page that describes the atmosphere there. And as you can see, there is a special graph there, and that's one of the cores of the application. That graphic is a review system. So when you click on it, anybody can make a review there. I've already made a review today, so I cannot make a second one. And depending on your gender and your age, which is automatically pulled in by your synchronization with Facebook, your dot will be of a certain color. Men are blue dots, women red dots, lighter and darker depending on your age. And the dots also disappear after a while. So what can you do when you see such a graph? Well, first of all, the review system is very fast. And when you see such a graph, you can know if men go there, if women go there, what their opinion about the place is. As you can see, the horizontal axis is more about time, and the vertical axis is more about attitude or eventually money. You can see different opinions. You can also show only friends reviews or men reviews or women reviews. So in a glance, you can have an idea of how the place is going to be. As you can see, there's no possibility for negative review in this system. So we coupled this with an event tool. So as you can see here, this is my events list for this week. I'm going to SF Nutec for some tacos today. So every event also has a page with a few details, organizers here as an example. With invitees, you can know if people accepted or not right away. Creating an event is very easy too. You put a plus, the plus up there, put the basic information. I'm just putting anything here, make it a public event. I'm going to put that a little later. And as a location, well, I'm just going to take the Suppenküche, no Bar Jules, sounds great. And I'm creating my event. So here is my friends list. There are all your friends displayed here. You can also look for the friends who are close to you. Now, that other person is here in the room, since she was my beta tester. So this is going to take your actual last review, geolocalize it, and geolocalize your friends' last reviews, so you can know who is in the environment without having privacy issues. It's not your real time position. And also your frequent friends, the ones that you often invite or that invited you to events quite often. Of course, we have a notification center up here, and I was invited to a birthday here, and I'm going to attend that one. As you can see, we put some social sharing possibilities, mail, Facebook, Twitter, etc., etc. So 48 seconds, that's great. So we are a fairly new company. This is a test version that is coming out, well, came out on Android yesterday, and we are waiting for review on Apple. The system turns on PhoneGap, so we are certainly thinking of continuing that way since it's been working on for us. And well, thank you very much for your attention. Any questions?
Very nice, Sydney. Okay, hands up high.
Why don't you include negative reviews?
I'm sorry, I don't hear.
Why don't you include negative reviews?
Well, that would be a second step of review. And how do you visualize that? Now, there's 4 axes. There's 2 axes on the graph, and time, money, or, well, different terms. The review system is very fast. You can just make a review. And by the way, something I didn't tell, when you accept an event, a random time after that event happened, well, you're going to receive a new review that's going to ask you, what did you think about the place? So we really want to make it very fast and easy to have many reviews, so visualize it when a lot of people make reviews, you will have a Milky Way of reviews with blue, red dots, different colors, different opinions. And well, you can see if a place is for a younger crowd, older crowd, if the place is old, cool, casual. You can eventually add tips on the place, dress codes if that is needed. But I don't want to go into negative reviews. I don't think negative reviews are positive. And there's another reason. Good one, huh? And there's another reason. Well, for our business model, because that question is certainly going to come out, we want to make business accounts where places can claim their place and put their information on it, and eventually advertise on there saying, well, happy hour from 4 to 6, or free for those people, or whatever. And well, it's much more positive to sell a place and a service to a business if you have only positive reviews, isn't it? Thank you for your question, but that's a good question, yeah.
First, I just want to say that the rating graphic is pretty cool. I think it's
very
really
much.
clever because typing is the worst. I had one question. What's the difference between trendy and chic?
So, well, as I said, we should actually all be thinking about the same bar or place or club to visualize. A chic place, well, this is actually quite subjective, but when you think about chic, chic is not old school or not new school. Chic is just chic. It's people with eventually money or who have no money but trying to show it, or you know those kind of atmospheres. And on the contrary, you have casual, and casual would be a place where there's no dress code, where you can come with shorts eventually. So did that give you any explanation on chic and trendy? Well, trendy would be the very new school. Well, actually, mustaches are not trendy anymore, and that's terrible. But trendy means new, yeah. Oh, well, that's your interpretation, but that would be one good interpretation, yeah.
Are there plans to provide more relative recommendations or scales for people? Because, like you said, it's subjective. Chic could be not chic to people who are already chic. People may wear mustaches and think it's always trendy.
So I can actually give an answer to your question, and that is why you can show your friends' reviews. Now I can give you an example of that. Imagine your friends are very snobbish, and just imagine, and you're going in, and you're in San Francisco right now, and you see that a lot of people make very chic reviews about a place and saying, well, this place is very chic, and you see a gigantic Milky Way up chic there, but then you make a filter and you look at your friends' reviews and you see your friends saying the place is actually casual. What does that mean? Well, that means that you being snobbish, I'm sorry, I don't offend you, well, that means the place is not, depending on your standards and your subjective standards, not that chic and not that elegant. So that's why the filter is rather important, and the synchronization with the friends too. Yeah, thank you. Any questions?
30 more seconds. You guys looking for help?
Yeah, we are looking for a lot of help. We're looking for funds. We're looking for partners, for people to work with me, because, well, I'm a one-person company right now, so outsourcing the development. Thank you to those guys, by the way. So, yeah, please come and talk to me afterwards. I'm open to anything. Thank you.
Who did you outsource development to?
To a Belgian company. I'm Belgian, and well, yeah. That's where the party mood came from, and that's and so yeah.
Good deal. Well, we're out of
Thank you very
time, so
much.
big round of applause for Sydney and Mike.
Thank you very much.
All right, folks, so here are your marching orders right here. You have a mobile device, yes? Anybody not have one? It's pretty trendy. So if you text SFNT to 90909, it'll shoot back a link. it's going to shoot back that link that's actually right here, so you can maybe shortcut that and just hit that right away. sfnt.jetjaw.com. And it's a simple vote. It should be one per customer. And we've had in the past people like tell their friends that aren't even here to go vote. That's not really fair, right? And what we'll do while you guys are all doing that, let's start this 60-second spot thingamajig. What do you say about that? So Peter, come on up. What are you talking about? Moco, Loco, Soco, Loco. Yeah, hit it.
All right, thank you, Miles. Here just to socialize another event coming up on December 11th here in San Francisco. It's called Mobile Loco. It's part of the series more around location-based services, so any apps that kind of pull that in, things like Foursquare, Yelp, etc. This one is constantly rolling forward. Some of the key speakers are going to be there, like Bill Gurley from Benchmark Capital. He's going to be interviewed by Corey Johnson from Bloomberg TV, Andrew Mason from Groupon, and then reps from a lot of location companies that are going to be there. But they have a special for startups. They're going to have a demo table available. You can get a shout out on stage in front of the audience of VCs, investors, big companies, because one of the things unique to this event is a lot of big brands come as well. But you get 2 tickets to the event for $350, so it's a real good deal. It's targeting really early stage startup companies that have like less than $1 million in funding. So see me afterwards, or I've got some cards out there on the tables for you to take home. Thank you.
So what Peter's going to do now is, I'm trying to get like 2 windows here at once, so we're not, I want to see the live voting as it comes in, but also okay, we'll do the live voting now, and then we'll plug in later. That's good. Good. Now, I lost it, though. Anybody who wants to read my email? All right, here we go. I think no, that's not working too well either. Who's next on the 60-second spot? Grab this microphone out of my hand. Somebody. Come on. Is it just Peter? Let's go home. No? Come on. Who's got an event? Who's doing something? There you go. Here, grab the microphone.
Hello, everybody. I'm Pavel. I'm from Ukraine. Sorry for my accent. Yeah, I run mobile UI and UX design boutique, and we help companies create iOS and Android native applications. So if you need some help, you can grab my attention and we can speak about it. Thank you very much. Do you understand what I said? What I'm saying just now? So thank you. I'm worrying about this.
I didn't understand you, but that's okay. Yeah, we'll type it in the computer. Maybe you can type better than you speak. Just kidding. It's okay. Oh, it's getting late. Come on, folks. It's all good. Listen, so we've got 2. I need 3 more so we can publish this stuff online. It's not worth it if we only have two of you. In 1 minute, we'll do it. Yeah. Anybody got something to say? Ron.
How you doing? My name is Ron. I work at a company called WebDAM. We're a leading cloud computing company out in San Mateo. We service marketing departments and creative firms to manage all of their creative files and rich media. I just wanted to reach out and see if anyone's looking for a position. We're hiring aggressively right now for PHP developers, as well as account executives and other jQuery also developers as well. That's about it. Oh, and we look to hire really, really smart people who are also really, really nice people. So.
All right, Ron. Hey, don't go far. Don't go far because I want to put your stuff in the laptop. Who's up next? David. You're asking me now. Just go to sfnt.jetjaw.com, or I think it's sfnt at 90909. You remember, Peter? Yeah. Do you need to text it, or can you do it? 90909. Okay.
My name's David. I'm from New Orleans. I apologize for the accent. I work for Joyent. We're an infrastructure as a service cloud company. We've been around since 2004. We largely compete with Amazon and Rackspace, although we have our own software that we've developed. So we offer basic core infrastructure. So for a lot of startups and well-developed companies, we're looking to host your infrastructure. So if you're looking for an alternative to what's out there, we focus on compute and real-time performance. We've been hosting LinkedIn's mobile app, Twitter back in the day, Kabam, a lot of gaming companies. So for companies that need that real-time performance and they're not getting out of Amazon, we've got a lot of benefits to our cloud. We certainly love to talk to you. We're also hiring. We've tripled our sales staff in the last 6 months. We've tripled our marketing team, and we also are adding engineers to our team left and right. So we'd love to talk to you. I'll be around afterwards if anybody has any questions about us or would like to discuss further.
All right, thank you, David. So don't go far. We'll type that in, or you'll type it in. Yes, sir.
Hi, I'm Vladi, founder of FuffSync. We are currently looking for beta testers. We're about to launch. So let me tell you briefly about FuffSync. FuffSync takes all your messy bookmarks from your browser. It stores it on our website. It categorizes them automatically and presents them clear, accessible, faster from any device and anywhere. So if you'd like to beta test it, then come meet me.
Really quick and really, I'm sorry, not really quick, but really slowly. What is the name again? Flats.
It's FuffSync, Fuff like favorites, sync like synchronize.
Yeah. FAVSYNC. There we go. Very nice. Cool. So yeah, stay up in this direction, and you can type it in. Anybody else? Yes. Yeah, some good questions tonight, Norm.
I have absolutely nothing to do with tech. Other than I'm a technology specialist at Lexus of Serramonte, so I help people get tech out of their car. I also sell them a car or lease them a car. So anybody that's looking for an automobile after you've got your VC funding and hit it big, come see me. I'll give you a business card. You will get fleet pricing when you come see me.
How about that? That's a first. Well, I'll be driving Lexuses after tonight. All right, anybody else going once? Yes, sir.
Hi, my name's Dustin. I work with a company called Quarter. We build second screen applications, and we're hiring engineers if anybody's looking around, like the rest of the crowd. We build second screen applications like TBS Social Dugout, and we're really trying to change the way television ads work and increase engagement around ads. So if you want to help us do that, feel free to contact me after.
Right on. And he will be at the bar later on, yes. Okay, now seriously going once, going twice. Anybody else? Anybody? All right, so that's it for that. So all you guys that had said something clever, we're going to put it in the laptop. And let's take a look here. It looks like Livefire took it away tonight. So congratulations for the People's Choice to Livefire. You guys make sure you blog about that, okay? Right on. All right, so I hope to see you guys next time around. We're talking next Tuesday at the GRE Happy Hour, or on the 5th for some flying brain-controlled helicopters, or even at our holiday party on the 11th. How's that sound? Very cool. Yes, Laura? For which one? No, it's not up yet. I'm still looking. Actually, I'm looking for 3 or 4 more other awesome inventions, so if anybody knows somebody working on somebody cool, have them get in touch with me ASAP. I've been up and down Kickstarter. There's a lot of great stuff on there. That's a secret. Don't tell anybody I said that. Yeah. So that's it for this part of the night, guys. Mingle, have fun, and thanks for coming down. You guys rock. And thanks to our sponsors and our awesome presenters. You guys all rock. Thank you.
get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling, yeah. Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling, yeah.
Yes, I can. Doubt, better leave. I'm running with this plan. Pull me, grab me, crabs in the bucket can't have me. I'll be the president one day. January 1st. Oh, you like that gossip? Like you the one drinking what gossip.com. Now I got a word for your tongue. How many Rolling Stones you want? Yeah, I got a brand new spirit speaking in this